Hi guys, and welcome to the channel. I'm Marv. This is Readings by Marvelous Madame Tarot. This is going to be our April 2024 number 2. Everything you need is below in the description box for you and your collective and in the pinned comments. And this is going to be for the beautiful sign of Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Gemini, if you're interested in a personal reading, please book that at www.marvelousmadame.com and book your reading accordingly. Tarot text messages as well as pre-recorded personal videos, personal reading videos are always available because those are on a time limit. But if you do want a phone reading, that happens twice a month. And for the summer, so about 6 more weeks, that availability is going to be changing for the summer. Okay. We are going to go into Gemini, your angel answer reading. I am going to ask Spirit to give me 3 answers, and then we will go in and clarify those answers accordingly. And please stay tuned to the end of the video for a important announcement. Spirit, this is for Gemini. Let's go. What do we need for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. You're ready, Gemini. Okay, you're ready. The second answer is it's up to you. And what else do we have? Big happy changes. Some of you guys are connecting with an Aries. They did have big happy changes in the exact same place. Okay. All right. So right off the top, what I'm getting for you, Gemini, is that you're embarking on some things in your life right now that have changed, that are going to be new to you. Things that are going to be, things that you've never experienced before, that you fantasized about, that you thought about, you idealized, but you have never experienced. Spirit wants you to know you're ready for these things. You're born ready for these things. You laid down the foundation, and now you are ready to experience whatever it is in your path that you have thought about. Because with you, Gemini, it starts with a mental picture. Or a mental manifestation, if that makes sense. I don't want that to sound like a contradiction, but manifesting is really just putting it out there, right? So at the end of the day, that's basically the gist of manifestation. Some of us may disagree. With me being a little bit more grounded, I do believe that it's a little bit of both verbal manifestation, mental manifestation, and actually laying the groundwork. However, for you, it starts with that manifestation of mental. So you can be like, okay, this is what this looks like. This is what this looks like for Gemini. Congratulations on whatever this is, but Spirit wants to let you know that you're ready. Spirit also wants to let you know that however you see your life, it's up to you. Okay? It's up to you. That in your heart place, what do you want to do? Does it meet societal norms? Maybe it doesn't. Oh, well, it's up to you, Gemini. And you know that. You have the beautiful advantage of having Mercury as your ruler. So your mercurial ruler and you being naturally mercurial, it will get you out or into the right places because you know how to sit down and articulate, lovelies, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is, especially about what topics, about whatever that Gemini is and whatever house it is, okay? So congratulations on that. It is up to you as to where and what you see your life, where you see yourself going and where you see your life in the future. This feels very specific, but I have to keep it generalized until we get the clarifiers out. And then big happy changes. So of course, back to that mental manifestation, you've seen some things in your environment. I know for a fact you guys have been dealing with leaving the nest, doing certain things, leaving, moving, because there's been a lot of 4th house activity for you guys. I know. So there could be a lot of that going on. So these manifestations are going to lead to the big happy changes. It's going to be very similar to Aries, although theirs was a little bit different. But when we're ending with big happy changes, this means that there's a specific action. Although it doesn't say take action, this kind of feels like you have been doing the work. Why are these cards here for Gemini? Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Yep. All right. First of all, congratulations, because some of you guys are about to make some more money and you leaving. It looks like this has to do with legacy wealth, abundance. You're already being clarified by the Ten of Pentacles. There's something that you're about to embark on. It is a money thing. Congratulations. Some of you guys are going into a brand new job, if that's what it is. Congratulations for that. And it is a job that is going to bring you more money than you had, Gemini. I'm looking at this. There is a legacy something here. Whenever I get a Ten of Pentacles, I instantly feel family. There's a family story here, whether this is a family business, whether this is, moving into a family house, moving out of a family house, buying, selling, something with family, living together. I see when I get this card, a lot of the times there, especially if it has something to do with moving or leaving or obtaining, it always feels like family is there. This could be a what do they call those homes? A multi-generational home where you got the family on one side, and then those homes are beautiful too. I'm talking about gorgeous. And then you have a whole nother side. It's a multi-generational home. So I see them a lot here on the West Coast. I don't know. I haven't seen so many in the Midwest where I'm from, but needless to say. So it may be like a multi-generational home, because where I'm from, we just have basements. And if you have a full finished basement, you'd bomb. Because, or if you obtain a house that has a full basement. So, it could be a whole nother family member living down there. And when I went to Philly, their basements look a little bit different, and some of their entrances are in the front of the home. It looks really interesting. If you didn't notice, I like architecture. But moving on, that's what this feels like for you. Some type of, I know my cousin who is a Gemini, she's a Gemini moon or a Gemini rising. There's always a bunch of you guys. Like there's always, you live in a house and there's a lot of you. Like, she would refer to her mom's house as the communal home, because at one point in time, all siblings and all their kids was in one house. It's a big house. So maybe that's what this is. This is going to be, there's a family dynamic, a moving, selling, buying, moving, leaving, buying, selling, new, abundant beginning in this area. And it also has to deal with money. We're moving on. It's up to you is the King of Swords. So you get to design this thing, Gemini. How do you want to look? How do you want to show up? What do you want to do is what this is. It's a lot of energy that has to do with you putting the right boundaries in certain places and bringing the truth and clarity that you need within the situation. You may upset some people, and not everybody is going to like your moves that you're about to make, but you got to make these moves. These moves are going to affect you. So the best thing that I can say is to remember that although you are the Gemini, that you can't please everybody, but you also don't have to blow smoke up everybody's ass. I know that you don't like people to be upset with you, but the only thing you can do is follow your mental manifestation. As long as you are putting down the proper, taking the proper steps and laying down the framework to get where you're going to get, you will be okay. All right. And then big happy changes is being clarified by the Emperor. It's time to take action to do that thing. You guys, congratulations on this, whatever this is. Looking back at me, however, I see what we're looking at here, and we are looking at the Knight of Cups and the and the Five of Pentacles. So now I see what a little bit of the conflict is. You've experienced some type of financial loss, financial drawback, or maybe there have been decisions that you have made in the past that did not necessarily work out the way you wanted them to, Gemini, because this Ten of Pentacles that I just spent all that time explaining is tied to this Five of Pentacles. So the 5 is tied to the 10. So there is a family story. There is a family disappointment, dynamic, sickness, or something. So it's like on one hand, you move into one area, but somebody has to be left out in the cold. You're going to feel like by making this move, you're going to be leaving somebody out in the cold. You can't think like that. The only thing you can do is state your intention, be integral when you do that, have the best of intentions, And that's all you can do. Just like with my Libras, you can't please all parties. When you try to please all parties, actually, that's when things get fucked up. Excuse my language. So you have to understand that not every piece of the party is going to feel the same way. You have to do what's best for you. And I am looking at a Knight of Cups. So I don't want you to get caught up with romanticizing a part of this, because some of this is not going to be easy. But you have to remember that Spirit is telling you you're ready, is up to you. And when you do that, you are the emperor right now. Big happy changes, sort of like with Aries. I think that this is interesting because Aries got big happy changes in the exact same place, and they are the emperor. So now they're showing up in your reading. How is an Aries playing an integral part of this process? There is an Aries somewhere, or an individual who is embodying their Aries energy that's saying, hey, it's time to go, or hey, I'm going to help you. It's very interesting. I don't know. I haven't spoken to this cousin, but this cousin that is a Gemini, either rising or moon, her mom is an Aries. So that makes sense. I don't know. Maybe this resonates with her, but for some of you guys, you're not going to be able to please all parties. And in some cases, you have to kind of become the Aries here to move forward. Yes, there was some type of financial hardship at some point. Somebody helped you, and maybe they feel like by you leaving, you're not helping them, or there's definitely that story. I think that I have enough here where I don't have to break out another deck and clarify that, though, because regardless, Spirit is reminding you that you're resilient and you have survived this, and that you're ready to tackle whatever this thing is here. So the best thing that I can tell you is to tackle it head on, and no matter who you think you are disappointed, you have to be honest with how you feel. All right. And we're going to leave it there. I will say that I do see this Knight of Cups. I want you to remember, before I go into my important announcement, that I don't want you to get caught up in blowing smoke up people's asses, because when I see this Knight of Cups anywhere near where there's a hard task or an action that needs to take place, then you're going to have a tendency to romanticize it, because you're thinking that you're doing that person a favor by telling them something that they want to hear. And the truth of the matter is you just don't know how things are going to go. You have to put yourself first. And remember, there's two sides to that. When you put yourself first, everybody else have the right to put themselves first as well. So just get ready. But Spirit is telling you that it's ready, that you're ready for this, and there will be big happy changes if you do this. You're going to have to face some adversity before you go into your new abundance. And that's probably what I am going to name this, because let's face it, Gemini, isn't that the name of the game for everybody? You are going to have to face this adversity head on before you will walk into your big happy changes. All right. So I want to just say that going forward in May, we are going to do our collective readings, and we're going to do 2 readings for the month, 1 and 2, on this channel. And everything else, we're going to be migrating over to my website. So you're going to see any bonuses. If there was if there's videos and I have time, I will let you know. If there's not videos, that's fine. But we're going to be basically breaking off the energy and giving you so many on this channel. I'm only going to commit to 2 because that seems to be my sweet spot. Anything else that I give you for the month will be on the website. Links will be below. Remember, you do have a master playlist, guys. All of the master playlists are in the pinned comment. So if you miss one, you don't have to wait for YouTube to tell you that. I don't have time to put every single video. I do give you master links. So they are not by the month anymore. It's one link. And every time I upload something, I send it to 2 places. The master playlist and another playlist that I created for that month. So I do that as well, but that's for me. All Tauruses and everybody else, Taurus, Gemini, whoever you are, 12 zodiacs have their own master playlist. So at the end of the year, you'll have all of the videos that you can go and binge watch for your collective. Okay. Make sure you're watching for your big 3, sun, moon, and rising, and putting together the best case scenario for your situation based upon your combination. And I'm going to leave it at that. Gemini, I will see you next month when we do it again. We're closing the month out with number 2, and I will see you in May. Bye, guys.